Hello folks, short hair premiere. Are we rocking with it? I'm not. Moving on. I recently read Slaughterhouse 5, and by recently I mean like months ago. However, it has been stuck. Damn it, however, it has been stuck on my mind ever since, and now I want to talk about it, so I'm gonna do that now. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. First off, Kurt Vonnegut has such a weird technique of narration in this novel, and I'm not saying the non-linearity in the way he does the time. That's so clearly the most intentional and symbolic thing on the planet to show how war messes up your narrative, right? That kind of jazz. No, what I mean is something that just was I was a little nitpicky about it. He was writing like he was telling you a story. You know, like there are interludes from the actual writer himself, and that's like the first chapter. You know, ignore the broom right there. His name is Broom. I like him. I let him live, but he's chained up, and I only let him have one Pop-Tart a day. Gulp. But like the first chapter is a summary of why he, the writer, is writing the book, and then you skip into it, and it's totally third person omniscient narration. However, there are just random interludes, like the person who crapped his pants was me, the writer. And it's like, what are we doing here, man? The concept of Tralfamadorians I thought was really interesting, and there were multiple reasons I thought this. But first off, I liked how it was symbolic, right, of the way the war affected his mental state, and I like how it wasn't really totally clear if the Tralfamadorians were real or not. That was neat. It's a sci-fi novel, but it's not. It has elements of science fiction, but those are symbolic. It's more grounded in, like, psychology, I think. I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Don't mind me if I'm wrong. I'm only 14. Please don't be mad. Okay, yada yada yada. The book's nonlinearity was meant to represent how time messes up your mental state. We got that. The book's also very witty, but, like, it's not too about it, you know? Like, God bless you, Mr. Rosewater. It's very witty, but it's obnoxious in the same way. You know, this has a lot of wit, but it's also filled with substance. You know, it's not just, like, bullcrap. Obviously. My biggest critique with the novel is that it's kind of confused, but also that's the point. The book, I think, was kind of Vonnegut's way of coping with the way the Dresden bombing affected him personally. You know, he was in it. He survived it. And that's like a bad thing that happened. Famously. The bombing was bad. It wasn't bad that he survived. Anywho, I'm gonna give it, 8 out of 10 stars. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I prefer, yeah, that's a good rating for this book. Thank you very much for your time. Bye.